Hello and welcome back to KXAM Plus. I am your host, Esmeralda Zamora, and we have our Simple Health episode here with KXAM's Simple Health
Mhm.
expert, Jose Torres. Jose, thanks for joining me. How are you doing?
I'm doing great and trying to enjoy this summer
Summer
muggy
heat.
weather.
Yeah, it is extremely hot. And here in Central Texas, it is very popular in the summertime to go out for a jog or for a walk, but this can be really dangerous, right, Jose?
Yeah, the great thing about Austin is that everyone is so active. So it's, no surprise to see people out running on the streets, especially down at Lady Bird Lake. So I went out there yesterday on this past Sunday, just because I usually go on a long walk, and so I took some video just because it's so awesome to see people out there, and it inspires you. You see people from all ages, all shapes and sizes, and I saw this dad running with his while his 5-year-old was on a bike, and it's just very inspiring to keep it. I think it keeps you, it helps you motivate to just get out there. But also running in the sun, especially here in Texas, it's so hot and it's so muggy that I've learned the hard way of of what not to do. So I came up, talked to some people, and came up with a list of 8 easy steps to help you run safely in the summer, especially if you're new to running. You'll find this beneficial. I went to C4 Performance Center and spoke with Eric Rakowski. He's the C4 Performance Director, and so we wanted to know like what should new runners consider before they go out on the run, while they're running, and after the run. And this is what he had to say.
Things to think about really is if you are new to running, just to make sure you do have a good amount of understanding of what hydration means for you specifically. So what I try to suggest is the night before, if you're going to run in the morning, really try to load up on some electrolytes, take that with you, and then in the morning, go out for a run before it gets too hot. So things to think about, again, especially if you are new to running. You might get out there and you might be running and you might get a little dizzy, you might get a little tired. Don't be afraid to either A, take a step back, walk a little bit before you resume. Make sure you have some kind of electrolytes. Like I mentioned, there's tablets now that you can just pop in while you're running, which is really good. And then also, I really am a big advocate for community and accountability. So run with a partner, someone that you can count on to help push you, but also help you if you, for some reason, get a little banged up out there. Yeah, if you're someone that has a decent amount of tolerance to the sun, just throw on some sunblock and you should be okay. That's me personally. I probably will go shirtless and try to get some good color, but you can also, there's very light materials where you can get sleeved up all the way up to like your ears almost. So I would say layer up if you have some skin sensitivity and sunblock. Like any other exercise or strenuous activity, you want to make sure you're replenishing. So ideally some carbs and some protein post your run. We spoke a ton about what to do when you are outdoors, but if you are fortunate enough and have some cool equipment like this one here or a treadmill, it's really important to just, no matter what, stay active, have fun, and enjoy it. And while you are indoors and maybe you have AC, still doesn't take away the fact that you need to make sure you are hydrated and make sure you replenish after your workout.
Well, he made that seem so easy, but like he mentioned, one of the things that stood out to me was drinking those electrolytes the night before you know you're going to go on that run, and that can prepare you even more than just drinking those electrolytes the minute before you go on that run.
Yeah, because you don't want to experience any cramps on your legs or tiredness. So yeah, those are very beneficial before, during, and after.
And after, yes, for sure. Jose, believe it or not, I've been going out running quite frequently after work in the evening time, of course, even though it's still hot. When you think it's not going to be as hot as it is during the day, it's still extremely hot. And I do exactly what he said, run as much as I can, and then I take a few breaks and kind of slow down. Is that something that is recommended to everyone, even people who are not just starting their running journey, but have been running for quite some time?
Yeah, even for beginners or people who have been running for months or years, the benefits of running and then walking, or running and then running slower, it'll help you. It'll help your body get used to that pattern. And for experienced runners, that technique helps them run a little faster. So yeah, that using that technique, that pattern, is beneficial for new runners and experienced runners.
He talked a little bit about warning signs. Do you know what some of the warning signs people should look out for when they're experiencing any type of heat-related illnesses on their jog or run?
Yeah, so I went to the CDC because they have this very helpful list of things to look out for that your body is trying to tell you. And so it's pretty beneficial. Let me just tell you a quick little story about what I learned the hard way. I was I was training for at the time, yeah, it was a full marathon.
Wow.
And so I knew about electrolytes and I knew about carb loading, but I wasn't doing it like you're supposed to. And so at the end of like an 18-mile run, I was wondering, like, why am I feeling so lightheaded, and why am I why am I feeling these cramps on my legs? I mean, the tiredness I get, right? You just
Yeah.
did 18 miles. But the other things, I thought, oh my gosh, am I having a heart attack? It was just heat exhaustion. I didn't know that how much you were supposed to drink as far as like electrolytes. I just thought, oh, I'll just drink some water. But it's more beneficial to get those electrolytes to help keep you going, keep preventing those cramps, and to keep you hydrated, which is key. So here again is that graphic that the CDC came up with, and for a heat stroke, which is very important to look for, is you have a high temperature, you're feeling hot, red, or even dry, or you might even have a damp skin. You might have a strong pulse or pretty fast. You might have a headache, dizziness, nausea, confusion. When you're feeling things like this and you're by yourself, hopefully you'll have a phone with you. Just call 911 right away. Move to a cooler place. Find a way to cool your temperature. Or if you're with someone that is experiencing this, find a way to cool their temperature with either some cool cloths or maybe a cool bath. And this is just not for runners. This is for anybody because Texas, the sun here in Texas is pretty brutal.
Even those that work outside under these conditions, this is important to follow as well.
Yeah, just not for runners. Exactly, like you said, anybody who is dealing without anything outdoors, like yard work, or if you're out having to deliver things out in the open. Yeah, pay attention to these warning signs. Heat exhaustion. You're sweating heavily, you're cold, you're pale, you have clammy skin, keep monitoring your pulse. And some of these symptoms are similar, but with heat stroke and heat exhaustion. But the difference here also is muscle cramps for heat exhaustion, tiredness and weakness, fainting. Maybe you might feel like you're fainting, or you might actually pass out.
Yes.
So in situations like this, again, you want to move yourself to a cool place, loosen your clothes if you can, put cool or wet cloths on your body. Or again, if somebody is with you or you're with somebody who's experiencing this, take this in mind. Sip some water, and you want to get medical attention right away if you or another person is throwing up, and if your symptoms are getting worse. And if you're noticing that these symptoms just won't go away, another reason why to get medical attention and call 911. Heat cramps, heavy sweating during intense exercise, muscle pain or muscle spasms, and those can be really those can be really painful. Yeah. So you experience those, and even if you're training for something, or you're running and you're letting your ego get in the way, just stop what you're doing and move to a cooler place, get under a tree, drink water, a sports drink, electrolytes.
Ask for help.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, don't be afraid don't be embarrassed to do that, because, your body's trying to tell you something there.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, sunburn.
We all know what that feels like.
Yeah, blisters on your skin, and then heat rash. I thought heat rash and sunburn were the same thing, but apparently they're not, according to the CDC. They're red clusters of small blisters that look like pimples on the skin. So situations like this, stay in cool places. So the theme here is move to a cooler place, to a
Yes,
drier
drink
place.
some water and cool down.
Yeah. So those are things to watch out for when you're out and about. And again, not just running, but when you're out doing some yard work or anything outdoors.
One thing that I love that you always say during our Simple Health episodes is listen to your body. And if you're not taking in as much water, or you're not as hydrated as you should be when you're doing this type of exercise, your body will tell you that, right? That's where the cramps come in, those dehydration cramps. So just listen to your body.
Also, another way is just by looking at your urine. You know, that you might be thinking like, why would I need to do that? But again, it's your body trying to tell you like, hey, I'm dehydrated. And so dehydration in your urine, if it's light yellow, your body's trying to tell you that it's no, wait, I'm sorry. If it's dark yellow,
Dark yellow.
your body's trying to tell you that it's dehydrated.
So always listen to your body. I jumped a little ahead of myself asking you the question that I did.
Yeah, no problem.
But we do know that you have another interview that you wanted to share. Who did you speak to for this interview?
Well, it's Eric again.
Oh, it's Eric again.
Yeah, so at C4 Performance, the center there, I just wanted to give you a little look inside because it's really cool. So I asked Eric to give us a tour of the cool things in there, and you'll be surprised at how big this place is. So take a look.
KXAN, welcome to the C4 Performance Center. Ooh, come on in. So, this is it. This is the lobby. This is where a lot of the journey starts, okay? Beautiful plants, they're all real. That's Peaches up front, she holds it down. Awesome lobby. This is pretty cool. Big meetings, fit about 150 in this learning center here. Goes all the way up. Projection screen, you can't beat it. And then my personal favorite, really cool manifestation wall here. 60 yards of turf, it's fantastic. And we're a very family-friendly place. It's one of our athletes right here. And this is security right here, Mike. Got a class going on right now. Nutrabolt employees, athletes, it's fantastic. Awesome manifesto wall. LFG sign, gotta love that. And then here we'll have a decent amount of cool founders, CEOs that live locally and travel in, but we also have a ton of athletes that come and utilize the space. Really cool performance center lab, DEXA scan, VO2, cognitive test, brain, hand, eye, it's awesome. Also have a whole IV center, hyperbaric, sauna steam, cold plunges, and this is awesome, just full court basketball, graffiti, old school, you can't beat it.
Jose, we were just chatting while this soundbite was playing about him and his coaching abilities and who he coaches. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, Eric has quite a resume. He has 15 years of fitness background. He was an amateur boxing athlete. He has 15 years of boxing experience as well. And training experience. So now he coaches and teaches boxing. At C4, he trains a few CEOs, athletes, NFL athletes, college athletes, including some Hollywood stars. His resume includes Rachel McAdams.
Wow.
And oh gosh, I went to his Instagram and I noticed that he also trained, and I forgot his name, but it's Kelly Ripa's husband, if you can help me with the name.
I'm not sure.
Is it Mark Consuelo? I think it's Mark Consuelo. Sorry if I butchered it. But anyways, he's a trainer to the stars and trainer to athletes and CEOs. So he's an awesome dude, and he has a lot of knowledge, obviously, in fitness.
And it's a beautiful gym that is here in Austin for, I'm sure everyone can sign up, can they?
Actually, no, it's an invite only gym.
Oh, wow.
So it's a very exclusive gym.
Exclusive.
Yeah. Fortunately, I got the chance to go out there just to check it out. But that basketball court, I'm not a basketball player, but that court just made me want to go and play basketball. It's huge. Like you said, the mural, the art graffiti there, so beautiful. And then everything is so shiny.
And clean and new.
There's even, I don't think you could have saw it on that video, but there's even a boxing ring in the middle of that gym. And they have some really cool, different type of treadmills in there. But unfortunately, it's an invite only. But yeah, it was good just to get a little tour there from.
Yeah, to get a little sneak peek. Well, to wrap this up, I do want to end with some questions.
Yeah.
And that question is, the first one is, what can people do before they run to be safe?
Well, the key thing here is to hydrate, just kind of like what Eric said. So don't wait until you're thirsty. Just pop up, some water, put in some electrolytes, and there's like a different types of electrolytes that you can find at the grocery stores. And so just experiment with the ones that you feel are work for you. And there's also like I think Gatorade kind of has their own electrolyte sports drink. There's other products like there's a Round Rock based BP. Oh gosh, I'm going to butcher this too. Bear Performance. Oh my gosh, I'll have it on this web story.
We will link it on the web
Yes,
story.
but there's plenty of supplements, like I said, that you can find at the grocery stores. So hydration is key. The other thing is
During their run.
Oh no, this is like before you go out and run.
Before even thinking of going out to run.
Yeah, and so like the day before, you also want to think about the time that you want to go out and run. And in the summer, you want to do it before the sun comes out, or like right when the sun is out, before it gets either too hot or too muggy. So you want to time that out, or you can also do it once the sun starts setting down. But even as we get deeper into the summer, it's still like
still
90,
hot, yeah.
98 degrees at like 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock at night.
And I think that morning is just a little bit more appealing because you get up, you get your body moving, you go to the rest of your day, come back, and you can just relax because you've already done it.
Yeah, right. You accomplish something pretty big during the start of your day.
Yeah, and you can pat yourself on the back and watch some TV all night.
Right. The morning of your run, you maybe you want to carb load a little bit, maybe like some toast and jam and peanut butter, just to get some carbs in there, like also bananas, or maybe sugars, fruit that are high in sugar, like I don't know, maybe watermelon, and put a little bit of salt there to help with also hydration. And so yeah, there's plenty of light carb loading options that you can use before that you actually go on your run, like 30 to 45 minutes prior.
Not right before your run.
Not right before you run, right.
What about some tips for those individuals who are seeking to help themselves during the run?
Again, while you are running, hydration is key. Don't do what I did and not drink electrolytes. So you want to carry. Also, again, it also depends on how far you're running. If you're just doing like a 3-mile run, then you won't need it during your run. But if you're doing a longer run that's going to take you more than 60 minutes, more than an hour, then you definitely want to pack with you a water bottle with electrolytes. So a 3-mile run, if it's a 3-mile run, takes you like 45 minutes or less, then don't worry about it. But if it takes you longer, you definitely want to have some of that water with electrolytes to keep you going. And there are some products also out there that have carbs and electrolytes with it. So you'll have some energy in that drink, and carbs will help you, will give you that fuel to keep going. And with the electrolytes, it'll keep you hydrated and avoid some cramps.
Yeah. What about after the runs?
After the run, so the theme here is hydration. So go and drink some more water with electrolytes, or I like to go sometimes if I'm nearby. If I plan out my run correctly, the route, I like to go to a smoothie place or Juice Land. They have this recovery drink. It has watermelon, lime, some sea salt, and it's really refreshing. And it's natural electrolytes in there with those natural juices, with the fruits. So yeah, hydrate right after to replenish all that sweat that your body just let go of, and then eat some carbs. Eat
some pasta, some pizza.
yeah, reward yourself there with after that run.
Well, this is some great information, Jose. Your article, by the time this video goes live, will be on our website, kxan.com, for anyone who would like to see that graphic or save it on their phone, just to make sure they're reminding themselves of all the things that they need to look out for, as well as some tips that you shared and more of the videos that we shared here on our live stream. Thank you so much for joining me, Jose, and we will see you next Monday.
Sounds good.